In a non-specific part of Connecticut, a nursing student named Donna received a doll as a birthday present. What once was a pleasant addition to her room quickly became an object of terror. Allegedly, the doll could move on its own, and eventually this escalated to an attack on one of Donna's friends. The doll is even credited with being responsible for a death or two. This is the story of... You know it's Annabelle. She's like the most well-known haunted doll ever. Welcome to Ghost Binkers. Pause for dramatic effect. Hello, junior and senior Binkers. I'm Trev, and oh boy, would I love to believe in ghosts. And with me is Killian.
I didn't like your catch breath there. My name's Trev, and I really want to believe in ghosts.
Hi, I'm Trev, and I really wish I could believe in ghosts.
American voice anime actors. Hey, Trev, I believe in ghosts. It's me, the cool guy.
Killian, do you think ghosts are stupid, or do you believe in them now because of the episodes we've done?
Well, I saw the band Ghost on Monday, so I saw them. I saw Ghost on stage.
Oh,
I saw 8 of them running around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Also, Chucky's the most famous ghost doll. Sorry, Annabelle.
Well, all right.
That little rascal's running around.
First I thought
Was Chucky real, though? Because
Yeah.
Annabelle's real.
Yeah, Chucky's real.
I thought you were talking about like Chuck E. Cheese. I was like,
I thought Chucky was just a
Cheese is
movie
also
guy.
he's a
Ghost
rat
doll.
casino. Rat casino. I mean, you gotta
I
be
thought
careful
Child's
about
Play was a fictional book.
No, he's running around. I saw him in the movie. He said, "This is a documentary, bitch," and he ran around and fucking went wild.
And with us, we have 2 returning guest Binkers. We've got Hannah
Hello.
and Trevor.
Hello.
And both of you, I believe, are still ghost believers, right? You still believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
In the middle.
Okay.
I'm always gonna be pro like voodoo. I know that's real.
Yeah,
It's like ghost.
you did-
It's like
yeah.
ghost adjacent. So I feel like if I say no completely, I'll get voodooed.
That's fair.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I don't want that. Like,
Is voodoo that petty? these
Well, I mean,
days?
you never get like, it's never like, oh, I'm gonna like use voodoo on them and they're gonna have like a really fun day and like get really like far in their job. It's always like, no, I'm gonna make their fucking hair fall out and like rip their toenails off.
Yeah, I guess we should get a voodoo expert on here.
like
A sort of
good
witch,
voodoo?
a sort of witch doctor to be like, hey,
Yeah.
give me some good shit.
I thought Can was good enough for that, but I guess not.
Only one thing that fucking ghost is good for.
I would love to hear Can's voodoo accent. When he gets on here.
yeah. Oh,
His sort of ooey jambalaya voice.
give him like
Can
maybe
do.
5 beers and make sure that his boss is there, and then he'll try it out.
Oh, he's a little Jamaican voodoo. Okay.
It's better than the Barack Obama that usually comes out.
I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the easy bait on that one.
Let me be clear. I'm doing voodoo. I got chicken bones.
Together, we are the Ghost Binkers, and our job is to explore real-life spooky stories and joke the spooky credibility out of them. A light binking, so to speak. So, obviously, we're binking the story of Annabelle tonight.
Yeah.
While I was doing research for this, got jump scared too many times.
Like the maze,
prepping
and
for-
you were doing the maze, and you're like, this maze is really fun.
Well, that's a deep cut from my childhood. But secondly, I was just like, I'd be scrolling, looking, like reading through the stuff, and then they would just put up a picture of Annabelle from the movie, and I'd be like, ah!
Yeah.
And like just every time, like every article ever, just like wanted to put that picture in there like 5 or 6 times
Do you know why they made her look like that?
to make her look
Because
more like a
regular
little girl, right?
Because of copyright issues.
What?
Because the Raggedy Ann dolls are.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
Raggedy Ann doll,
Yep.
right?
Fun fact. That is something we were going to talk about.
Fucking
but,
big
fun-
doll,
fun
always
fact.
got their fucking fingers and everything.
I thought the reason was because it would be extremely embarrassing if people were just afraid of the actual doll because it looks like a regular doll. And so all of them being like, this doll's really scary, and then you see it's a normal doll, and you're like, it looks like a regular doll. And they're like, it moves.
Yeah, I swear.
And then like also 7 people lived in this house. And you're like, you don't think one of them moved it while you were looking at it?
No,
I think
no,
that is
no.
the biggest issue with the Raggedy Ann doll is I look at it and
We're
I'm
gonna
like,
get there. We're gonna get to all the issues
we're gonna
with
get
it.
there. We're gonna get there.
I also think it's funny because like that Annabelle era of like horror movie, when you go and it shows up on a preview, I think those movies are stupid and they're not like scary, but they're so loud that they jump scare me every time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we were watching like I forget what movie it was, Sinners or something, or Kong.
Oh, you know,
Kong,
it was Sinners.
It might have been Kong versus Godzilla, a New World, cinema masterpiece.
Yeah,
but they
yep.
played like The Nun 2 beforehand, and I'm sitting there.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
she'd,
yeah.
like the hallway would go black, and I'd be like, a nun is gonna pop out. And then the nun would pop out, and I'd be like, ah! Because it would just be, the nun would pop out, and it would go, and I'd be like, oh my God. Every single time. It was terrifying.
I say jump scares are just they're like a cheap. They're like the
It is the
whippets,
cheapest form of
like
a
the
scare.
whippets of scaring.
Well, you think, like,
I know what you're
This
doing.
episode has so much information that it is probably going to be a 2-parter. We've
First in history.
first in Bink history, yeah. So to my Binkas at the table, buckle up.
That is our word.
I'm allowed to say
We
that.
fought for many
I'm allowed
years to
say
get that word back. We've reclaimed it.
Grab some snacks, take a potty break. We're in for a long haul, so we're gonna get into it in 1 second. But I just wanted to talk about real quick. The most recent episode that came out in real time was episode
Ship.
13.
Okay.
The ship.
Freaky 13. Freaky Friday.
People
13
people
type
say
of-
that 13 is a cursed number, and the audio went wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
yeah.
episode 13. So I think that is related somehow. Even
has
though
to be.
I consider 13 to be a lucky number. But
Did you, as a kid, when you learned about Friday the 13th and you were like, damn, that's crazy. And then you learned that it happens like 8 times a year, where you're like, oh, this is not crazy anymore. Because as a kid,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, once every like 30 years. And then it was like, oh no, it happens like twice every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I don't know. I get it. Like, but every time it happens, I still always go, oh, like something bad could happen today. And then I'm always like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Then like the next day, like Saturday the 14th, it's always like kind of a shitty day too.
Yeah.
That's just every day kind of being
I think just the middle of the month sucks.
Yeah, I think it
That's
just
when,
sucks.
The bill, you paid all the bills, or you're about to pay all the bills, and it's not good.
So I was gonna save Annabelle for Halloween or like close to Halloween because we're doing cryptids for Halloween.
we're like a spooky podcast, and also she's not a cryptid.
No, I know. So I was gonna save her for like close to Halloween, so people are still in the mood. But like we're gonna get into cryptids for Halloween.
Yeah, like Halloween Arnie.
But with the recent Annabelle news, Hannah actually shared it with me.
There's been news. There's been
thi-
developments.
Oh, there has been developments. We are going to
There
talk about
have.
the developments.
She's had a big year.
They point, and she's just like in bars, just shaking the cage, and like, oh yeah, she's freaking out. She's pissed.
It's funny that you say that.
I when people get those like cringe goosebumps,
Yeah.
I'm getting those in anticipation of a bunch of adults pretending a doll is really coming to life. It's really gonna make me fucking anxious.
So
Hearing a police chief be like, "Yeah, the doll is really up to something these days," it's gonna give me heart palpitations.
well, I think that's the perfect way to get into the story about the doll. Very brief history, straight from Wikipedia. I've gotten some complaints from my co-host that the history should not be from a ghost blog. It should be from a legitimate source of
But I love
history.
bostonghost.org.com.
When I saw the Wikipedia, doesn't it have the wrong photo for Annabelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So credible source.
Oh boy.
So we can't be
Here
right
we
every
go
The
time.
problem is that the ghost blogs are all like travel blogs, and they all misuse the word allegedly and shit, and I just can't handle stuff like that.
And then here's a link to TripAdvisor.
So Annabelle, for anyone who doesn't know what Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll that is claimed to be haunted. According to paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, the doll frightened its owner.
Are we gonna discuss them at all in this?
So
Because we gotta talk about them a little bit.
I was gonna say
Because it's gonna be hard to sneak them by
it's
me.
gonna. I anticipated that.
Okay.
I was thinking that maybe we hold all Warren talk until the end.
That sounds great.
Oh,
'cause
I only came here for the Warren talk.
it is a little bit like being like, yeah, the person who owned Annabelle, the famous doll salesman, this guy's opinions that are really good. His name is Adolf Hitler. He's like, who? Huh? Burying the lead there?
So unfortunately, a lot of the information on Annabelle is from the Warrens.
Yeah.
In fact,
course.
I would say
Okay.
maybe like 98%
All of it.
yeah. is from
I
the
would say
Warrens.
the people who were trying to make the money off the movie. Though.
Yeah.
This is like the dentist telling you to floss.
Yeah.
So I figured rather than go into all these different ghost blogs, we might as well just go to the source of,
The script of the movie.
Annabelle information.
Finally.
Ethan Hawke or something? Or is that The Conjuring?
James Wan.
TonySparra.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. A frequent website that I go to.
TonySparra.com. The reason that's the source is because Tony Sparra.
Guy makes the shoes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Sparrows?
The Sparrows.
Yeah.
He's a paranormal investigator, but more importantly, he is the son-in-law of Ed and Lorraine Warren
Also-
and a protege of Ed himself.
You could say anything after is a paranormal investigator, and it would always be more important than that. I think it's a pretty low bar to clear.
I need to figure out what are they a protege of?
so
What skill?
Lying
are they
about
good?
dolls being
Okay,
haunted?
yeah, it's very
the
difficult.
term that was used that I cut out of the article.
Here comes a fake word.
How do we always sense this? Whenever you cut something out because it's embarrassing, we always immediately
I need to know what it
The
is.
term that was used was demonologist.
hilarious.
Ooh. Also, son-in-law is crazy, so he didn't grow up in their household. Like he married into it and
Married into it.
You think
basically took it upon himself.
when do you think like the the spouse like was like, hey, you know, like Annabelle, you think it was like date 4 or like date 1?
Well, the museum is in their home.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you-
So you can't really avoid it.
You gotta.
let's go to your house
You come
again.
home and you're like, I really love to grab this girl's titties, and then you meet her parents and like, oh, we're into demons. You're like, yeah, demons are crazy. And then
That's sick.
2 years later, you're like, I guess I'm a full-time demonologist.
Demonologist.
I was gonna say, do you think Ed was just like scaring away all the normal guys until one of them was like, "Yo, that's sick, dude."
The
And then-
potential.
yeah. And
Like-
that's how he got into the family.
But also, imagine being there and you're like looking for the bathroom and you walk in the wrong door
And it's
you
Annabelle.
see a
God.
museum in their garage.
I see. That's the thing. I think like if I was trying to date Ed's daughter and that happened to me, I'd be like, I'm not talking to you again. We're done.
You open the door and a mummy runs out, and you're like, no, the other door. And then you open the sarcophagus and go in the bathroom.
You stupid idiot.
You let the mummy out. You let the bathroom mummy
Now
out.
we're gonna go
What the
get
hell?
him.
Boom, 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 boom. You're running around the bathroom trying to get away from the mummy.
Yeah, it's a JoJo's episode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna still talk about the little bit of history, but the hauntings are weaved into the history. So this is like a hauntings and history that we'll be going over.
I'm laughing. Imagine the mummy running around. I'm sorry, I can't get past it.
No, the
I was
mummy-
laughing in my head. He's got the lampshade on his head to pretend to be a lamp and shit.
It's like
This is a Scooby-Doo
it's a
episode.
Scooby-Doo
This rocks.
episode.
So in 1970, a woman named Donna received an antique Raggedy Ann doll as a birthday gift from her mom. Donna actually really liked
Could you
it.
repeat the year?
1970.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like,
she's like got Janis Joplin on.
It was like right around
Yeah.
the time A New Hope came out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Raggedy Ann's kind of old, but like an antique Raggedy Ann
Probably
in the 70s is really old.
Yeah.
When was
Is this
Raggedy
the first question that I'm unprepared
But when
for?
was
Sorry.
Raggedy
of the
Ann
episode?
cooking?
When was she released?
I'm gonna guess Raggedy Ann was cooking in like the 30s.
Yeah.
That sounds like a 30s toy.
How many wars?
wartime
Yeah, how many
doll.
wars has Raggedy Ann
right
been
pre
through?
the complete financial
Holy
collapse.
shit, 1915.
Okay.
Wow.
So-
Very good year.
Still a war.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were like,
Hey, you've got to defeat the Germans, son. Grab a Raggedy Ann. The Huns are going crazy over there.
So yeah, so maybe a 1915 Raggedy Ann.
yeah. I mean,
That's
Damn.
kind of spooky.
I mean,
Got
that's
some
like,
miles on her.
Like you said, it is like white girl shit to get some like the doll from your mother and be like, wow, this is beautiful. I'm gonna put this up.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And you have
Offense taken.
like, yeah, you're listening to like fucking Jefferson's Starship or whatever, and you're like, wow, Raggedy Ann, this is so cool.
God,
I'm
man.
high as shit right now. It's
This is-
1970.
This is sick. I've never had to make a decision in my life until now, and I can't believe I have to take this doll. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Fuck,
Boy,
dude.
I love buying new cabinets for shit, mom.
Yeah,
Thanks.
fuck,
Also, Raggedy Anns are like mass produced, right? They're like a
Yeah.
so this is like me getting a Ninja Turtles toy and then being like, Raphael is coming to life.
But this might have been,
Michelangelo is trying to thump me with his big stick.
it's possible this is like when they were handmade still. Or something. I don't know if they were ever handmade, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, if it was antique.
But
1915,
But
did
my-
they
Yeah.
have mass production back then?
Yeah, they're making guns.
okay, this
War
is
Machine.
like somewhat me buying a Michelangelo figurine from an Etsy shop and then it being haunted. Okay,
all right. Thank you. Donna was about to graduate from college with a nursing degree and lived in a small apartment with her roommate Angie, also a nursing
We
student.
fucking nailed what Donna's like. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What college?
It's Donna from That 70s Show.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what I was picturing.
Perfect.
That's her.
She's living with Venom from Spider-Man 3.
Topher Grace.
Yeah. It's over.
So, Donna placed it on her bed as a decoration and didn't give it a second thought. Within days, both Donna and Angie noticed that there appeared to be something very strange and creepy about the doll. The doll mysteriously seemed to move about the house. Relatively small movements at first, such as a change in position, but as time passed, the movement became more noticeable. Donna and Angie would come home to find the doll in a completely different room. Sometimes the doll would be found with legs crossed, arms folded.
Like,
Holy
like,
shit.
just like, oh, you're late again.
I also just like I can't imagine being scared, but I can't imagine noticing and being scared by it. That's like that's
clearly
I have
just-
a job. I have shit to do. You're a nursing student. Go study for your test.
That's just a roommate fucking with a roommate.
No,
right?
it feels like a
they
double
came
fuck.
home together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Other times, it would
Running
be
upstairs
found.
to fuck my roommate over.
Yeah.
Whoa, your doll's coming to life, girl. You should move out so my boyfriend can
Get
take it
out of
home.
here.
Going home on lunch.
Yeah.
Other times, it would be found upright, standing on its feet. Several times, Donna.
No. First of all, no, it isn't.
what?
Against the wall, maybe,
Maybe, yeah.
because that feels like.
But
center of the
even
room.
then, I don't see how that works.
Center room is hitting a
You could-
T-pose.
Unless
Not
it's
by
gotta be-
accident.
It's got to be a
No.
demon.
You could
know?
prop
Has
a
to be.
you could prop
Has
a
to
doll
be.
up, pretending like it was standing on its feet in the middle of a fucking room is like it should be illegal to say
Got
that
toothpicks,
on a podcast.
toothpicks in the legs.
Crazy. Yes, if I walked in and a doll made of rags was standing up fully upright, which has never happened in history, it would be scary, I suppose.
I really like this sentence. Several times, Donna sometimes left the doll on the couch.
How many times?
Several times.
Several sometimes?
Sometimes.
Okay.
One of the things with reoccurring hauntings is sometimes you get to the meat of it and it's like, did this happen twice in 4 years, Donna? Because also that's the thing is like, I don't know if I'd notice a haunting that happened like once every 4 months. Like I just don't have the brain for that.
That's fair. Yeah,
it has to happen like once or twice a day.
The ghost is trying to
every
get
day.
your attention, but it doesn't do it like frequently
intermittent.
enough, so you just you don't pay attention to it, and it's like, fuck, how do I get their attention?
Like unless you have something that, like you're like, oh yeah, Red Sox season is starting. I wonder if the ghost is gonna stand up again. I wonder if the ghost is gonna stand up. Playoffs are coming. Ghost probably gonna be walking around.
It's time.
Getting ready to watch the training camps. So several times, Donna sometimes left the doll on the couch before leaving for work, and would return to find the doll back in her room on the bed with the door closed.
That one really feels like your roommate was like, get your gross
Get the
fucking
doll
out
out
of
of here.
So there was only one source that said this, and it was, I think, Boston Ghosts or something.
Yeah.
And I don't fully trust them. I usually go there and I take their sources and then go there. But they said that originally the roommates were like, as a joke, moving the doll around, and then like they gradually stopped doing it.
Yeah.
And then the doll was like, hey, this is actually kind of fun. I'm going to keep doing it if you don't mind.
No, I think
Learned like an amoebo.
Yeah.
I think people were always doing it and continue to do it.
Yeah.
I also just roommates love doing shit like that for some reason.
Yeah,
It's pranks, you know.
I had a
love
roommate
it.
who bought like a Halloween skeleton and just loved putting it on chairs in the living room. And I was like, hey, I don't want your ugly skeleton in my living room. And they just kept doing it forever.
Yeah,
they
we
just
used
would
to.
never stop.
But
And
they
I would move
stopped.
back.
It was the ghost.
No, it was them. They just wouldn't admit it because I was yelling at them.
One of my roommates and I, we used to, we made a big stink about, like the end of the bread, like the Larry of the bread. When
Oh,
you're done
the
with
heel?
It. Yeah. So we used to, once
Also
we
the
got
start
to
of the bread.
It's that one doesn't
serious.
count. That one, once the bag's open, like that one immediately gets to leave. The other one gets trapped into prison forever. We would take that and hide it in each other's room until the other person found it and would just not tell the other person about it.
Yeah.
So like there would be like
Mold
weeks or
cultures.
months. Yeah, very
Oh,
moldy.
no.
You were
And we would-
growing like sentient beings.
we were hiding. It was anywhere. I taped it to the back of his laundry. He put it in my pillowcase. He put it in one of my sweatshirts once,
Yeah.
and I didn't know when I put it on. So like, yeah, we were just roommates, just kind of just
That's
doing
just- yeah,
little
that's what
pranks.
you
This was not daily. This was like over the course of like a year.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So the only way the game ended is that both of us forgot who hit it,
Yeah.
and where it hit it.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was the end of the game.
Did you ever find it?
No.
It ended when one of you went like deaf from
Yeah,
the mold
exactly.
infestation.
Yeah. Well, after a while, like it was starting to get to the point where like it was getting into like each other's cars, and like the pillowcase one, really, that one scared me a lot because like I slept. I was like, how long was this here?
You hit your alarm clock and a fucking piece of moldy
Like,
toast
comes
from 10
out.
years ago comes out. Yeah.
Or it grabs me back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So about a month into their experiences, Donna and Angie began to find messages on parchment paper that read, "Help us" and "Help Lou." And I want you guys to remember the name Lou.
Parchment paper?
Yep.
You remember this name Lou.
I'm hung up on
L-O-U.
the parchment. I'm hung up on the
Okay.
parchment
Parchment.
paper. Like for baking?
Parchment paper. We do need to get some parchment
No,
paper.
yeah,
I
like
think.
they're trying to make cookies and they're like, Lou.
The handwriting resembled that of a small child. The creepy part about the messages was not the wording, but the way they were written.
I want to see a picture of the fucking.
Aren't they both in healthcare? They just have notoriously bad handwriting.
Yeah,
doctors,
Yeah, yeah.
I think that just might be.
At the
That
time,
doesn't help Lou. That was a benzodiazepine prescription, you know?
At the time, Donna never kept parchment paper on which the notes were written.
How did I do it again?
In the
I have
house.
I have a fucking like a sixth sense for dumb bullshit that's gonna become relevant somehow.
You are a master binker.
Genuinely, I might be like made to bink.
Yeah. So she didn't keep parchment paper in the house. So where did it come from?
What the fuck? How did I do that?
So my theory.
I genuinely feel like I prepped ahead somehow and forgot. How did the fuck did I
Yeah,
know
wait.
parchment paper
Did
was
you
gonna be
prep
relevant?
this?
No.
Well, like secretly.
Are you
or
related to
something?
any of the, what were their last names? Warrens?
Yeah,
Warrens.
that's my last name.
Cool.
My theory is that
My dad's name is Edward. He's a famous game artist.
I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Killian's
that
the son-in-law.
Yeah.
Wait, this is your article.
You asked me about a demon. I
Tony
have a ton of
Sparrow is
information.
the alias.
So I think the doll just took money out of Donna's purse and went to AC Moore and got the
Yeah.
parchment paper and just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, I mean, they
writing.
were working a lot. Nurses?
Yeah. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, there's a lot
for
of
the
time.
doll to go to the store.
Shifts are
If
wild.
you're renting an apartment, I definitely could see parchment paper being left in a fucking drawer by the previous
Well,
owners.
if you're in a hospital, they use a lot of that stuff on the hospital chairs. That's like parchment paper, right?
Oh,
the stuff
that-
it's like tracing paper.
That shit the
almost.
doctor rolls
I'm
out.
sure that's
Parchment
paper.
paper's a lot like
That's
tracing
paper you and your
Yeah,
mom
probably
play
is.
tic-tac-toe on.
Yeah.
While you wait for the doctor to come back.
Yeah.
That's what that's called, tic-tac-toe paper.
So I just shared on our spooky screen. That is a picture of
Yeah, pass. Next.
Maybe the doll. It could
Pass. Next.
It could just be a regular Raggedy Ann. I don't know. It's not really labeled.
Yeah, this could be anything.
Pretty raggedy.
Could be anything. It is pretty raggedy.
Pretty Annie.
One night, Donna came home to find the doll had moved again. This time, it was on her bed. Donna had come to find that this was typical of the doll.
Isn't that where it goes?
Well, this is typical of the doll. But somehow, she knew this time it was different. Something wasn't right.
Oh no. We're into white women instincts here.
A sense of fear came over her when she inspected the doll and saw what looked like blood drops on the back of its hands and its chest. Seemingly from nowhere. A liquidy?
That's a weird word. Liquidy.
Also, it's liquid. It's not liquidy.
Well, a liquidy red substance had
liquid.
appeared on the doll.
Just say it's a liquid. Why do you say it's liquidy? If it's all the characteristics of liquid, it's liquid. It's not liquidy. Blood is not liquidy. Blood is a liquid.
Scared and desperate, Donna and Angie decided it was time to seek expert advice. Can you guess what expert she goes to? Not knowing where to turn, they contacted a medium and a seance was held.
Chip coffee.
Oh my god! Imagine if it was Chip Coffee.
I'm like actively not ready for what psychotic name this person.
If Chip Coffee ever shows up and he's not like, "Hello, boys, it's me, Chip." Like, if he doesn't have so much energy, I'm gonna be so pissed off if I see him one day.
The medium related the story of Annabelle Higgins to both Donna and Angie. Annabelle was a young girl that resided on the property before the apartments were built. At 7 years old, her lifeless corpse was found in the field upon which the apartment complex
At least this
now
medium.
stands.
At least this medium went to the town hall and was like, "Hey, I need to know who lived in the fucking house beforehand, so I can make up a scary story."
Yeah.
And I gotta make some money. Rent is coming up.
Yeah.
You can also refer to, I think, Donna and Angie. You can just ship them. You can call them Dangie, I think.
Dangie?
you think
Yeah,
they're
Dangie. It
lovers?
might save some time. I don't know how many words you have left, like in your life. Like, it'll just save
Yeah,
some.
actually, doing a podcast.
You
is
only have
not
so many
very
words,
helpful.
yeah.
Eventually, you run out.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I'm the smart aleck wisecracking, little piece of shit.
Killian dies mid-episode.
Maybe I'm trying to use all my words quickly.
Maybe that's why you become a ghost. Maybe that's why you become a ghost if you die and have words left.
Oh
my god.
I gotta add that to the list of ghost rules.
Once every like 3 hours, I say something I'm like, I should write a fucking book.
You should be a demonologist or something. Like, it seems
We're working on a book.
Me pointing at a picture of a
Okay,
naked
yep.
demon. This right here is the demon's hip bone that has
You-
devilish characteristics.
You know those books in elementary school that are like dragonology and they have little pieces that move in the envelopes or whatever?
Pull up the tab.
You could do a demonology one like that. If
Yeah.
it doesn't already exist, it might.
Yeah, there's
Well,
probably-
make more.
You open an envelope
can
and
make more.
a little wisp comes out.
Never-
and, you know,
This sounds great.
There's no
Yeah.
trademark on that idea.
Yeah.
I think we could still do that.
the author here.
Genuinely,
yeah.
the guy we're talking about might have trademarked that idea, so we can't do it. The way these freaks operate,
True.
the way the Warrens operate,
Nah, fuck it. Let it rip. There's never a world that says there's too many books. I don't want to live in that world.
Too many demonologists.
No, okay, that one.
Annabelle from Disney.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to read.
Well, so the spirit related to the medium that she felt comfort with Donna and Angie and wanted to stay with them and be loved.
That's why I covered myself in blood and laid on their bed because of how comfortable I was.
her period.
On the back of her hands.
She was
That's not even
she's
like a.
oh no, I gotta
like-
wipe it off. Oh no.
With the back
She
of
panicked
her.
and tried to plug it up and was just like, "Oh fuck."
She like tried sitting on her hand or whatever.
Also, the bed is where the doll goes.
I don't know how periods work, Hannah.
The bed's where the doll goes.
Feeling compassion for Annabelle and her story, Donna gave her permission to inhabit the doll and stay with them.
Back to periods. Annabelle was 7.
Early.
Listen, some people get
Some
their
get 'em early.
periods
I'm going to go early bloomers.
Not at 7.
Not at
some
7.
girls do.
That's when I got mine.
You can't get them super early. Some girls.
This concludes mansplaining periods to Hannah.
No.
And-
I want to be clear. The doll is fake. It's not having a period. It's not real. There's no little girl in the doll.
We don't know.
It's more likely she was crucified with the blood on the back of her hands.
Also, wait, the medium
Yeah.
gave permission?
No.
the
Dangie.
Donna.
Dangie gave
Oh,
permission.
Dangie did.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to
Dangie was
say.
like, "Oh, little girl, you can stay with us."
It sounds like a plumber coming in and be like, yeah, the leak has to stay. I'd be like, no, it doesn't.
The medium's like, the ghost wants to see you two kiss.
Yeah, it's wild. It's pretty wacky.
She says her spirit would be free if you guys like made out in front of us. But I have to be here to make sure she sees it spiritually.
Me, the medium. What was the medium's name?
No,
we don't have a
some
name.
bullshit.
We don't have a name.
She wasn't that good.
Lost to
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Lost to
Yeah.
history. That's the name.
That's a weird name.
Probably literally the fucking one of the Warrens, right? Probably the wife in a fucking, in a hat.
Lou was friends with Donna and Angie and had been with them since the day the doll arrived. Lou had never been fond of the doll and on several occasions warned Donna that it was evil and to get rid of it. Donna had a compassionate tie to the doll and, not giving much credence to Lou's feelings, kept it. Donna's decision, it turns out, was a terrible mistake.
This is about to be the stupidest shit of all time.
Yeah, it is.
Who's gonna die of a brain tumor? They're gonna be like, Annabelle put it in there.
Something's coming that I know.
Annabelle put that tumor in his
Lou
head.
needs help.
No,
The
I know,
doll's begging.
Lou's gonna die of a preventable disease in the 70s. Lou's gonna die of AIDS in 1981, and they're gonna blame Annabelle.
The giggles are taking over as I try to read this sentence.
Yeah.
Lou awoke one night from a deep sleep and in a panic. Once again, he had a reoccurring bad dream. Only this time, somehow, something seemed different. It was as though he was awake, but he couldn't move. He looked around the room.
I wonder what that feels like, Lou.
He looked around the room, but couldn't discern anything out of the ordinary. And then it happened. Looking down towards his feet,
Oh no.
He saw his little penis was chopped off by Annabelle.
Something's about to happen.
he saw the doll, Annabelle.
Is he at home?
He's like
Are
staying
they
there.
roommates?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
So other
well,
sources
it-
called him a boyfriend, or he could have just been a friend, like staying the night. But
Sneaky link.
It began to slowly glide up his leg, moved over his
She's
chest,
7.
and then stopped.
Okay.
She hasn't even had her first period yet.
I no.
She's 7.
You need to set a boundary, Lou.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Lou. Who's this sick fuck? Where did he die?
Yeah.
He better be dead.
I'm glad the doll
you know
killed
what?
him.
Fuck him.
I am like picturing that though, like the doll with its like legs dragging as it like glides up towards him.
But also, Raggedy Ann's kind of big.
Yeah.
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 How tall's Lou?
Raggedy,
No.
Lou is 6'5", and Raggedy Ann is fucking RKOing him across the
just
fucking
trying
living
to
room.
like slack. But
Raggedy Ann DDTs him through a fucking picnic table.
Here's
like,
my
"Lou, what happened?"
This is my favorite part. Within seconds, the doll was strangling him.
No.
Which, like, if you've ever seen a Raggedy Ann doll, that shit has mittens.
Lou,
Oh,
what?
I thought they were little nubs.
Does he die?
Yeah, they're like little
Yeah.
knobs. Like,
Does Lou die from this encounter?
So it's sliding up his leg. At one point,
it glides. So it goes up his leg,
Yep.
and then it continues further up his chest, and then just like both little mitten hands grab onto his
Goes
neck
in
and
for the
start-
kill.
The second something is past my knee, I'm pushing the thing down. Lou just.
He's
Lou's like,
paralyzed.
Oh, true.
We have to be meaner to adults who have sleep paralysis for the first time and act like big babies about it.
Yeah.
Lou, this happened every week since I was 6.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over
See, the
it,
first
man.
time I had sleep paralysis, I knew.
Yeah, you got-
because of you guys.
Hey.
I knew that you do not open your eyes.
No.
You keep that shit closed.
No.
And you just go until your partner in the bed with you can wake you up.
Turn you over and be like, stop.
No.
I'm in REM.
You open your eyes, you see the thing grab you, you scream, you wake up and you go, "Did I scream?" And your wife goes, "Huh?" And then you just go back to bed. And then you go to work the next morning.
We get a punch
You're an
in the
adult.
head. We get a punch in the head and go, shh.
I'm familiar with the scream next to you, so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yep.
I've got demons.
You got
They
it.
start really, really low and
Yeah.
then gradually get louder. They turn into like a crescendo.
That means that there were lots of full volume screams in the dream.
Don't worry, I was getting.
You heard the low ones were not low
I was
ones.
getting
for us.
attacked by my mind.
Yeah.
paralyzed and gasping for
Is
breath.
this still fucking going, dude?
Lou, at the point of asphyxiation,
Oh, he's gonna
blacked
go.
out. Lou awoke the next morning.
Cream in his
certain
pants.
it was
He awoke the next morning. And
Certain
then he was
it
like,
wasn't
huh,
a dream.
Did I have a dream? No, it couldn't have been. I must have been attacked by a doll.
and he was determined to rid himself of that doll and the spirit possessing it.
Can you imagine if Lou worked at the hospital and your like male nurse looks anxious? You're like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I had a dream that a doll strangled me." And you're like, "Hey, you got to get a different doctor in here. You got to get a different guy. Do not give me an IV."
Lou, again, just a boyfriend?
liaison.
Friend. It's ambiguous.
okay.
Lou. Everybody
it's a
knows Lou.
situationship.
I was
True.
gonna say
I don't
also
know.
they're not dating because the roommate Donna and Angie are dating.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I forgot. Lou's just there.
That's
Lou's
what
the
the
gay
call
best
for
friend.
help was. Help Lou. Help Lou get in.
Yeah.
Lou, however, would have one more terrifying experience with Annabelle.
No, I don't like his experiences are not interesting
Why would?
to me.
Is it in the same bedroom?
Preparing for a road trip the next day, Lou and Angie were reading over maps alone in her apartment. The apartment seemed eerily
That's
quiet.
Donna. Whoa, wait, Angie.
Angie is the friend.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dangie.
Oh, there was like a cross.
Whoa.
I think they were cheating in their line to cover up their cheating right now.
so this has
Why are
to
you
be
too
it.
sweaty? The doll. The doll was
The doll
grabbing
came
me.
in here and grabbed me and made me my red
Actually,
face.
that-
It touched Angie's lips and it rubbed her lipstick on my lips. And it also undid my pants.
And that's why it's not in the room anymore.
And it also
That's when it glided up the leg.
It also
Yeah.
put stuff
Oh,
on Angie's mouth.
I think
That's why
it's
she has to wipe
glid.
it off right now.
That theory might support what I'm about to read.
No,
Okay.
it's the doll. That's a
I've come to the conclusion that every ghost story, there's just infidelity. It's just infidelity.
Suddenly, rustling sounds coming from Donna's room aroused fear that someone had possibly broken into the apartment. Lou quietly made his way to the bedroom door. He waited for the noises to stop before entering and turning on the light. The room was empty except for Annabelle, whom was tossed on the floor in the corner. Lou scoured the room.
the guy in the closet. She's in her fucking room.
Why did he wait for the action to stop?
Right?
The thing that it's happening. The story's
We've been
happening.
over this.
He's
Ghost
scared.
people are cowards. So whenever they see a ghost, they're not like I should prove this to all the
Yeah.
Killians out there. They're like, I'm gonna pee and run away.
I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna wait until the ghost is
I'm
done
gonna wait till
making
it's not
noise.
fun anymore.
Go in there and tackle the. It's a doll. Tackle her.
I don't know. I kind of give him the hands last time.
I can fuck up Annabelle. Damn, Annabelle got hands.
Damn, Annabelle's got hands.
Lou scoured the room for forced entry, but nothing was out of place. But as he got close to the doll, he got the distinct impression that somebody was behind him. Spinning around, he was quick to realize that no one else was there. Then, in a flash, he found himself grabbing for his chest, doubled over, cut and bleeding. His shirt was stained with blood, and upon opening his shirt, there on his chest was what looked like to be 7 distinct claw marks, 3 vertically and 4 horizontally. All were like hot burns. These
7 is crazy.
Yeah, no.
It's not like-
babe, the doll.
Yeah.
No, the doll went crazy.
It gave me a scratch
the
on my
blood's on
chest.
Angie's hands because she was making sure I was okay after the doll grabbed
and this
me.
this is like a suction mark of when they tried
Yeah.
to suck my soul out of my
Yeah.
neck. And I said I didn't like my right side, so my left side was better. So that's why they focused on
Angie's
my left
walking
side.
funny because the doll hit her in the knee.
These scratches healed almost immediately, half gone the next day, fully gone by day 2.
It just didn't happen then.
I'm going to share
No,
another
there were-
picture
there-
for you guys.
They were for real
Oh.
scratches, but they disappeared instantly.
That's a
Yeah, she's
big
big.
ass fucking
That's
doll.
also-
Yeah, she's a
doll.
big doll.
Yeah, that's not a picture of the scratches this guy made up. That's a
No,
picture of
no,
the-
That
I don't
thing
have
was T-posing in a room.
I just said, first of all, that thing's big enough where I could hit it like fucking Ed Reed. If it tried to strangle my friend, I would come out of the corner and just pop
looks like
that
a
thing.
person sitting in a
What the
box.
fuck is Angela? What the fuck is Annabelle doing here? She could be on the Lakers. Like,
Yeah, you can see the doll next to Annabelle.
That's like
That's
a
like a
regular
real
it's
doll.
a regular. This is terrified.
Yeah.
If
That's
Annabelle
dolls.
comes across the middle on an open route, I'm lighting her the fuck up. Early hit, throw the flag. Yeah. Also, if you get a grievous injury from a ghost and then have no evidence, and also it clears up suspiciously quick, I just don't think it happened.
You can also see her little nub hands.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
that
no,
picture.
Yeah, that.
Her
that
lack of
those-
appendages.
Those
Those
hands-
choked
Her
Lou.
7.
That's what choked
And
Lou.
also
7
scratched
talons.
Lou.
Yeah.
For our junior and senior binkers, I will link this in the Ghouly Bites. so
Look at
you
them
can take a look at
bangs.
them.
Also,
know.
if you see
Micro bang.
if you see this doll and you're like, that's evil, you're like a moron. You're like a baby.
I
That's
don't know.
that's a
I
cool
think
looking
it's
doll.
I think it's a
I think that doll
creepy
works
looking
at
fucking
Starbucks.
doll.
I think she's fine.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
let
Also,
that
she
doll
does
live
look
in
like
my
a.
house.
I've seen that person.
She looks like she would make an incredible like latte.
Yeah,
vanilla
good
latte.
drink. A very good drink. A nice ube matcha foam
You're
drink.
like, oh, thank God, Annabelle's here. She
Thank
mixes my
God.
shit in so good.
Yep.
Well, if I was in a room alone and my chest started bleeding, I would also be freaked out.
I would
I
blame
don't know
the
if I'd
doll.
blame it on the doll, but I'd be
blame the
like,
doll.
something really fucked up just
something
happened to
happened.
me.
I would also be scared if that ever happened.
Well, then they could like.
It does
is-
not to these people.
Is the next line the cat ran out of the room? And he's like, I don't know what that was. I think it was the doll.
The next line is,
Donna finally was willing to believe the spirit in the house was not that of a young girl, but
What?
an inhuman and demonic in nature.
Hold on. Why?
This was
First
it.
of all, have you
because a young girl wouldn't do that.
have you been near a kid's fingers? Their nails are so preternatural. They're so sharp in such a strange way. Kid fingernails are the sharpest thing on earth.
It's like kitten teeth.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you have a niece and nephew. Have you ever gotten scratched by like a niece and nephew fingers?
No.
They're like their nails will look cut, but there's something about kid fingernails that makes them like unbearably sharp. Some corner they don't get properly will just like
You know what it
slice
is?
your
I
body
think
open.
maybe their fingernails are thinner because they have less like mass, and then they're sharper.
I just think they're like disgusting gremlins, and some kind of like virus builds up on the end that like cuts the skin. And
Well,
rends bones.
that one makes way more sense than what you said.
Yeah. No, actually, it's a demon.
Yeah, no, it has to be.
I also, I just don't. I guess I don't see the behavior as like it could just be a mad kid, right?
Well, where are they gonna get a kid on a college campus?
Is not a kid
Well, I guess it's not a college campus,
Well,
but like
they thought Annabelle was a little girl spirit.
Yeah.
And then
until she scratched.
Wait, these
and
are
then they were like, never
then
mind.
she's like a
anymore.
demon,
But like,
you know?
I think it sounds like she's a kid who hates her gay best friend Lou.
yeah,
do you think she's jealous? Do you think she wants to be part of Dangie?
for sure. I mean,
That's why she keeps going back to
I
the
think
bed.
nurses.
I think she ships Dangie, and she was like, "Stop getting in the way of my fucking."
Oh.
Because Lou's blowing Angie up every weekend.
Yeah.
When Donna's working a double, like giving CPR to people who are dying, and Lou is just lighting Angie the fuck up, and Annabelle's like, "You fucking asshole!
I think you're ruining this. You're
Yeah.
ruining this for all of us.
Why would you do this to Donna?
they're
you
college
fucking
roommates?
dickhead?"
Wow. They're what?
They're college roommates.
They're college
Yeah,
roommates.
there's
They
some-
live in an
there's some-
apartment. I guess they're not
So this
necessarily
changes-
on a college campus.
Because there's a
No,
lot of
but-
things that happened to me in college, and like it was the '70s. This is
Also,
Oh,
like
wow.
if
unchecked
you,
alcoholism.
if you move into a place with your college roommates, people are getting cheated on.
Oh, yeah, it's a-
If you get a place after college with your college roommates, someone's getting cheated on at some point.
Especially
That's like a
nurses,
rule of the
especially
world.
nurses.
Oh my god, yeah.
No.
Like I said, you're working a double. Lou's
Yeah.
at home, Angie's there. They put on a fucking.
Lou do?
They put on a Badfinger record and they're dancing together in the living room. You know,
What is Lou's job?
We don't know.
The fuck?
Unknown.
Make up stories about dolls stacking him.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah,
Getting suck jobs from,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
dolls.
Yeah.
and getting choked out, dude. Lou has gotten the hands
Blowing
twice,
Angie's
dude.
back walls out and lying about it after.
Yeah. If third time, dude, they better kill Lou. Because if Lou's telling me, if I'm one of Lou's friends, one of his friends, and he's like, so the doll choked me again, I'd be like, buddy, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
After Lou's experiences, Donna felt it was time to seek real expert advice and contacted an Episcopal priest.
I feel bad for the medium.
Yeah, they're not
She's
an
like,
expert
I
anymore.
chop liver. I fucking chop liver.
Yeah.
Why
No
don't you
longer
fuck the fucking
real.
girl?
Watch the priest get named.
Yeah.
Father Hagen.
I swear to fucking Christ.
am I correct in saying Hagen? It's Hegan.
H-E?
Why ask him?
Hagen? I think it's Hagen. Hagen sounds
Say it with a
right.
Scottish
Hagen.
accent.
Father Hagen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
there it is. That's great.
Father Hagen felt it was a spiritual matter, and he felt he needed to contact a higher authority in the
I think
church.
you should donate to the church.
Higher than
Higher
the
than
priest?
Father Hagen.
He gets a
should
cardinal.
So-
you should send the check for $350 to the parish so I can call him the bishop from over the other town.
The donation basket's feeling a little light.
light.
Episcopal church?
Yeah.
Get the fucking Catholics in. Get the real heavy hitters.
They
in.
were busy. They were
imagine,
busy.
imagine an Episcopal priest shows up and he's like, I brought like a Bible. The Catholic guy's like, I brought a gold mask that Jesus was buried in.
Yeah.
And also I brought, this is a woman's skull. I put incense inside of. I'm going to swing it around the room.
Let's get out of
And
here.
a crucifix with real blood.
Yeah. This is St. Mary's finger bones. I'm going to rattle them together and scream. And I'm going to be wearing flowing red robes the entire time.
So he contacted a higher authority, Father Cooke, who immediately contacted the Warrens.
Does everybody have everybody's number?
But also, like,
9 people in this fucking
Yeah,
town in
I-
Connecticut.
Father Cooke is like, yeah, I know I'm the higher authority
Yeah.
here, but we need the Warrens.
need the-
I
we
think
the
honestly,
Warrens.
Father Cook was like, me? And he was like, this shit's fake. I'll have
Yeah,
the fucking...
I gotta get
the
outta
hucksters
here.
can go wave their hands over the doll and I'll be done with this shit.
It's like a business arrangement between the two of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think he-
Their
I
little
think-
kickback
Like
for
a-
I
Father
think
Cooke.
it's probably like fucking March 15th. He's like, I gotta plan Lent. I don't have time for this shit. Go get the fucking hucksters in there. Let them incense the doll. I don't give a fuck.
Lou and Angie are like, fuck.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
lot of people.
I think in the Warrens Museum they have priests regularly come in and like anoint whatever. so like
Just
do
priests?
They could be
blessings,
partners.
The
Yeah.
priest
No,
is
like, you don't want to mix it up? Maybe we're gonna
No
like
rabbis,
a
just
rabbi.
priests.
No rabbi.
The priest
Maybe
is like,
what's the
I
Muslim
found
one?
these.
The Muslim one.
The demon is leaving used condoms in Angie's bathroom trash.
Oh.
And Lou and Angie are like, yeah, that's crazy. The ghost was saying she was gonna do that. And the
Yeah,
doll,
they said that. They
demon.
wrote that on the parchment paper.
The Warrens, after speaking with Donna, Angie, and Lou, came to the immediate conclusion that the doll itself was not in fact possessed but manipulated by an inhuman presence.
Gaslit.
That is like so fucking complicated.
Spirits do not possess inanimate objects like houses or toys. They possess people. An inhuman spirit can attach itself to a place or object, and this is what occurred in the Annabelle case.
I am a real sucker for rules. I did forget about that.
I
That's
did like
awesome.
that.
I do want really specific rules laid out.
So
like
I
how
guess
you
we're
made-
gonna have
spirit-
to add that to our
A
thing
spirit
too.
can't possess an inanimate object.
But a
demon can manipulate
an inhuman spirit can.
Like a-
Okay.
So
like a
isn't the
dog?
whole
So a
point
demon.
that
Oh,
they
a
like
demon.
Oh.
they manipulate something to take over a human? Isn't that usually what it is?
But
You're spot on.
But
Hannah.
also,
Yeah.
so every ghost we've
Whoa.
talked about was actually a demon.
I've been to church.
right? Because every ghost we've talked about like opens dresser drawers and stuff. Those are all demons.
well, they're manipulating objects. They're not possessing them.
You can manipulate an object without possessing it.
I
Why is someone?
I believe so.
Maybe a human spirit is manipulating Annabelle's doll without possessing it. and they're just manipulating the doll to make him get scratched, but they're not possessing it.
Killian, did you just find a hole in the plot?
You can see why I love rules, right? This is awesome.
The spirit manipulated the doll and created the illusion of it being alive in order to get recognition. Truly, the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll. It was looking to possess a human host.
So we're off the demon theory, and we're back onto the spirits moving the doll. What I said as a bit earlier, because it's stupid, is what they suggest is happening.
They're still saying it's
So
a
the
demon, but
spirit-
they are like
I don't
kind
really
of
know
breaking
what
their
A
own rules.
malevolent spirit is moving the doll, pretending like it's a demon that's possessed the doll inside of it, and it's moving the doll to pretend it's a demon possessing the doll inside of it, so that it can then possess a person, because it can't possess the doll.
I miss when things were just ghosts.
I know.
And what's the difference between a malevolent spirit and a demon? Aren't they kind of the
Well,
same
no, this
thing?
is what happens when you get the fucking Warrens involved. I think demons are from hell, malevolent spirits are from Earth.
That makes sense.
So, like,
yeah,
if it's- if you're-
yeah, because a
if you're a-
malevolent spirit, it would be a person, and
Yeah.
a demon is from hell.
If you're a serial killer and then you become a ghost, you're a malevolent spirit. If you are like,
Satan.
if you help Lucifer do crazy cool shit
Yeah.
in hell, you come up to
Yeah.
fuck
You're a
around with
demon.
people. If you're like the turning of the screw, and you're like a little guy, a little rapscallion, you're a demon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then, predictably, the mistake of bringing a medium into the apartment to communicate
Ooh,
with
I
it.
like that the Warrens are like stamping out all local business. They're like, your problem was that you got other people involved.
Yeah, you're a
you
stupid
gave,
idiot.
You gave
Holy
someone money.
fuck.
You gave someone money who wasn't Lorraine
You brought-
and Ed. So don't do that again.
You see, what you thought is you brought the software guy in here. This is a hardware issue, so it's all fucked now.
It's like when you hire a contractor and they're like, who the fuck built your cabinets? And you're like, oh, is this guy? And they're like, yeah, he fucked it up.
Yeah.
I'd have to redo the whole cabinet. I'd have to rip them all out, put them all back again. You'd let the guy do this. Look at how off center it is.
Earn
You're
his number.
I guess, yeah.
So the explanation is
The inhuman spirit, now able to communicate through the medium, preyed on the girl's emotional vulnerabilities by pretending to be a rather harmless lost young girl,
This is so funny.
with
This
which
rocks.
during the seance was allowed permission from Donna to haunt the apartment.
This is so funny.
'Cause
It was
legally-
already fucking haunting the apartment, Ed. It was already moving around. You stupid lying
legally
piece of
they
shit.
have to have permission.
He
Like
was
a
moving
vampire.
around.
Do you think
The
the two
spirit was
priests rode
manipulating
together?
it.
The what?
You think the two priests carpooled? Like, what do you think that car ride is like? And also, like, neighbors, like, is it like a?
Well,
what do they drive?
One of them is Scottish, so it was like Shrek and Donkey.
Okay.
Will you be quiet for 5 minutes? And he's like, Shrek, it's me, Father Cook.
That was a pretty good donkey.
Honestly, I came out of my mouth. I was like, uh-oh. Can't keep this one going. That was too good. Gotta
There
bail
should be
out.
like a little meter that goes up, and it's like, when will Killian get canceled? And it's like it stacks up and goes donkey
an
impersonation.
insane Eddie Murphy impression. That's really good.
Just wait till Chinese accent comes out.
It then aroused the fear through the weird movements of the doll. It brought about the materialization of disturbing handwritten notes, the symbolic drops of blood on the doll, and ultimately it even attacked Lou, leaving behind the symbolic mark of the beast.
I love him pretending like he's like, oh, these are all the regular signs. These are all the
Classic,
let me
yeah.
guess,
1, 2,
parchment
3.
paper. He already knew that. He's like,
Yeah.
let me guess, parchment paper. She's like, yeah. He's like, it's a classic devil type paper.
Did it glide across the floor and then
Yeah.
choke this guy out over here? Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. The ghost. Yeah.
If you zoom in on the picture, can you see the blood?
Do
you think they cleaned her?
Oh, enhance?
No blood.
Yeah, I mean,
No blood.
no.
No blood.
Do you think if you zoomed in on Dickhead's chest, you could see his fucking cuts? Because also no.
They healed the next day.
Next day,
I know.
instantly.
Yeah.
Do some back
Yeah.
on
Just
it.
in time for the road trip.
Yep, and before the priest came.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, so
Right when
how
they
many
found out
people?
Angie wasn't actually pregnant,
There's
he's like,
four
oh, actually,
people.
we're fine. We can go.
There's 4 guests in this room now.
Also, can you
Priest, and the Warrens.
Well,
No,
I
I don't think the
Annabelle.
priest showed up. I don't think
Oh,
the second
okay.
priest showed up.
Father
I think,
Annabelle.
Father
I think-
Hagen did not show up.
so I
okay.
think they got Father Hagen, and then Father Hagen was like, "This is too big for me. I'm gonna call my dude Cook."
Father Cook.
And then I think
Father Cook also was like,
I think Cook was like,
too
"I'm
busy."
not going." So I think
Oh.
it's just the Warrens,
Just
which
the Warrens.
allows
Yeah.
him to frankly lie on him.
Okay, yeah.
And then also, can you imagine you're planning a roommate fucking road trip, and the morning you're supposed to go, you're like, Lou, why are you late? And he's like, I was attacked by your doll last night. And you're like, are you fucking kidding
Oh,
me?
you can just
We're driving
say-
to New Jersey.
You can
Lou.
just say you didn't go to the store,
Just
man.
you didn't set the alarm. It's fine. He's like, no,
Like,
I have
no, the
scratches,
doll,
but they
the doll.
healed. They healed already.
The
They're on my-
next stage.
Did you get drinks? And he's like, the scratches.
They were
You're like,
all over
"Lou."
my chest.
The next stage would have been complete human possession.
That's so funny.
Had-
Good thing we got in here now, because
Yeah.
it would have gotten
Yeah.
crazy next.
You would have had to buy the premium, and then
Had
I don't know
these
if you could afford that.
experience lasted another 2 or 3 more weeks, the spirit would have completely possessed, if not harmed or killed, one or all of the occupants in the house. At the conclusion of the investigation, the Warrens felt it appropriate to have a recitation of an exorcism blessing by Father Cooke to cleanse the apartment.
Do you think any of that was free? Do you think any of this was provided pro bono?
Church stuff is pretty free.
Well, it seems like oh my God.
Whoa,
Father
that was a big
Cooke.
jump up. But he
I mean,
wishes.
he might be a doctor in like theology.
I feel
True.
like
No, a
Father
real
Cooke
doctor.
Big ass degree.
had the Warrens come in to like endorse him almost, where he called them and they were like,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
he
gotta get
needs to
Father
do
Cooke
an
in here.
exorcism.
Yeah. No,
like
I-
he needs
Big
this.
FC. Got a good big
It
FC
sounds
in
like
here.
Father Cook and the Warrens. Like, we
So-
can make $550 per
Yeah,
person.
because if
Tell them
Cook
that
showed
dude's
up
about
and
to
was
kill them.
like, I'm going to exorcise it, and they'd be like, yeah, skeptical. But if him and the two other people are both saying exorcism is the only way.
Also, like
true.
my comparison to contractors is like spot on again. Your plumber gets there, he's like, "Good thing you called me because this would have backed up into your septic system." So I'm gonna say we got to take out at least 2 or 3 feet of pipe. 2 to 3 feet of pipe, and then we'll replace it. I got new pipe. It's really expensive, but it's really
it's the
good. It can
newest,
suck
that
up
new
any
stuff.
poop, and so we'll put that in the pipes, and you'll be good to go.
I don't think any plumber has ever said poop. Either way, he's always like,
Your
it's fucking
fecal,
shit.
Your fecal matter. Your
Yeah,
fecal
your
matter.
fecal matter is moving up.
Allegedly, your fecal matter. They gotta say one word wrong.
Yeah.
I think we'll touch on this later, but the Warrens actually didn't charge for like their services.
Wow.
They were paid in clout
Yeah. I mean,
And museum visits,
and
right?
museum
That's
visits.
true.
also like
Exposure.
Exposure.
sure they weren't paid. I believe you, bud.
That's fair.
I believe the people you're hearing from didn't.
Which
have to pay
church did the Warrens go to?
I'm
Is
gonna
it
guess
that one?
I'm gonna guess that it's exactly that.
It has to be. It
Yeah.
seems like
they
this,
probably know Father Cooke.
this seems like a
They
one
probably know
church kind of
Father
town.
Probably barely went, but
Probably a one church town.
So, fun fact, according to this article, the Episcopal version of an exorcism, you know how it's usually like the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah,
and they're
cool
like,
shit.
The demon is like,
yeah.
that's not what happens in an Episcopal
I'm
exorcism.
gonna ask him to leave.
Instead, via prayer, they fill the house with good vibes.
Yeah.
And they want to make the vibes so good that the demon spirit can't hang anymore.
That's so fucking
They're like,
lame.
the spirit is like, yo man, this
It's
fucking
just
sucks.
It's
I gotta say
just
this.
too fucking lame here for me to hang out.
You can say what you want about the horrific acts that Catholic priests do, but like you know that if an exorcism gets a little too real, that you're gonna have to convince that Catholic priest not to pull out a dagger and kill your daughter. Like,
Yeah.
he wants that demon gone.
He's in the
not
zone.
he's not gonna be like, oh, we gotta keep praying. He's gonna be like, all right, gotta cut her head off.
That's their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to do
He's
it.
gonna be, please bring me Joseph's scimitar.
Yeah.
I have to
And then
behead
just
this
put this
fool.
fucking head off this.
Every Catholic priest has to pass a class.
Yeah.
You know, to get through
Bring me
that.
the spear of Saint Michael so I can impale this dude's daughter through a bed. I'm gonna rip Lou open with this fucking thing.
At Donna's request, and as further precaution against the phenomena ever occurring in the home again, the Warrens took the big rag doll along with them when they left.
And they rubbed their hands together and said, heh, sucker.
Another one fucked up.
And then Donna was like, what was that? And they were like, we're going to fuck her.
Donna's looking at the Warrens, and Angie and Lou are making out in the back, and she turns, and both people are doing tricks
stop.
behind her. Yeah,
Poor Donna.
they're like,
From all the good vibes in the
Yeah, all
apartment.
those sick
Yeah,
vibes to the
yeah.
house. And then so they just take it and leave. And they're like, good luck.
when the priest is leaving, he's like, also any other sins, and he like points at Donna and Angie,
Yeah.
and he's like, any other sins
That
going
can
on
all
better stop
stop.
too. Lesbianism,
Yeah.
adultery, any of that's got to go away too.
Being a big fucking wimp.
yeah,
Lou.
yeah.
So this is the last section before we cut off at part one.
Which is crazy
This is
because
the end
we
of part
went
one.
long for part one. That
Whoa.
rocks.
I know.
Upon leaving, Ed placed the doll in the backseat and agreed he would not take the interstate in the event the inhuman spirit still resided in the doll. His suspicions were all too correct.
Shut the fuck up.
This seems like the end of like a Marvel movie.
I'm gonna decapitate him. I know he's dead already. What a loser.
You can still cut his head
Why
off.
would the ghost? Fuck it. I don't want to cause a pileup on the highway.
The ghost said no.
Suspense is
No, I mean,
building. What happened?
In no time, at each dangerous curve, the car swerved and stalled with every corner,
Oh, Ed's
causing
hammered.
the power
Yeah,
steering
it's the 70s.
and brakes to fail.
At his 9 beers
Yeah.
deep, he's like, yeah, Annabelle's going crazy.
Repeatedly, the car verged on collision. Ed reached into the backseat, into his black bag, and took out a vial of holy water and doused the doll, making the sign of the cross over it.
While
I don't know why I can't stay on the road.
Just while driving.
I would
He's
love-
driving a 70s car. The engine's running on fucking dinosaur bones and fucking
Holy water.
70s weed.
It's also a Budweiser.
Yeah.
I would love a Ghost Binkers shot version of this
Yeah.
scene.
Yes.
Where he is like no look passing
Yeah.
the holy water.
His car's engine is blowing up trying to process leaded gasoline and he's drinking 70s beers, you know?
No seatbelt.
Yeah.
The disturbances stopped immediately and the Warrens arrived safely home. After they arrived home, Ed sat the doll in a chair next to his desk.
And probably to help him do paperwork.
Probably. I mean,
The doll levitated a number of times in the beginning. Then it seemed to fall inert. During the ensuing weeks, however, it began to show up in various rooms of the house. When the Warrens were away and had the doll locked up in the outer office building, they would often return to find it sitting comfortably upstairs in Ed's easy chair when they opened the main front door.
Do you think they bothered to actually do this or just we're like, no, we can just tell them? And then, do you think Lorraine was
they
ever
didn't.
like, no, we should put the doll upstairs once in a while just to be safe in
maybe-
case someone's watching through the window?
Maybe they had like an agreement where it was like, okay, I'm gonna hide the doll. You pretend to be surprised.
Like, I'm saying, like, if you're Lorraine, you're like, Ed, someone might look through the window and see that the doll's just been on your chair for 6 months, so we should put it on the easy chair upstairs just to make it like. Also, I do appreciate that a lot of ghost stories we read on the show, someone's like, I got like a weird vibe, and I left.
Yeah.
At least Ed was like, the ghost, it started floating, it started flip me off, it was fucking doing jack off motions, and
Well, she's not doing anything egregious. Like, imagine being haunted and all she does is get comfy.
she just floats.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
floats and sits
Well,
in a chair.
she hit the
and you're
lazy
like,
boy?
You fucking,
Yeah.
you evil woman, get out of that
You
doll.
took my chair.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably like a defiant cat move where like you stand up and the cat immediately jumps into your seat. I think that's what
You had,
Annabelle's
you
doing.
had a long day at the Grifter factory, and you come home and sit down and watch football, and you're like, get the fuck out of my chair, Annabelle.
then she's upstairs T-posing.
Yeah, you're floating right in front of the goddamn
I
game.
got that. The holy water comes out again. Another Budweiser.
Do you know?
empty cans of Budweiser off her head?
Do you know the rules around holy water?
No. I know that's a
So-
stink, right?
No.
Oh.
When you have holy water,
What have I
it
been
becomes
buying?
holy water when it's blessed by a priest.
Yeah.
So then it becomes holy water. But if you like, say you had like a flask full of holy water, if that becomes like mostly empty and there's still some holy water left, if you refill it, it all becomes holy water.
Oh.
So you would
Yeah.
basically have like
Top
an
it off.
infinite amount of holy water if it was blessed one time. So they could you could basically just have like, you could have a shot glass worth and just put it into like a gallon of water
I
and
was
that
gonna say,
becomes
what
holy
if I
water.
took my little vial of holy water and dumped it into the ocean?
That's holy ocean.
Holy ocean.
It's the same way with like, you know, those like red gas cans. When you're really low, you can just fill it up with water and that's all gas.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Also, it's good to assume the oceans are probably already holy.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Holy water also, like, I feel like I really want to drink holy water.
I know it stinks.
It's
Does
water.
it stink?
It's water.
I've heard.
Why is
It's
it
just I think you're picturing the vessel that it's usually in.
Yeah.
Like if you
It's
go to
distilled
like
water.
mass, it's usually in that like cauldron type
Yeah.
thing.
You did your
Yeah.
accent at the start.
Which I'm
It's
assuming is
Oh.
the part that smells weird,
I
like
was raised
metallic.
Baptist.
It is a straight up Poland spring bottle of
Okay,
distilled
cool.
water.
All right,
That
cool.
a priest
Honestly,
just
it's
did one of
probably
these.
like-
over.
So it doesn't stink?
No.
Okay,
You're
heard.
smelling like a brass thing it's sitting in all day.
Okay, cool.
You're smelling like your grandma's perfume.
But like,
I gotta
think
change
about,
some
like,
stuff
a
then.
Nice
Yes, all the old ladies that put their
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
the woman, the like one who like puts her mouth in there for some reason. What the fuck are
That
you
would
doing?
be me.
And then someone's like,
She needs extra.
And then someone's like, she's Russian. You're like, is that what they do over there?
You can go like to church and just like they'll let you up, like, and you can just get a
They
mouthful
give you as much water as you want.
as much as you want. You can. They
I'm
can't
just
stop you from
thinking,
ordering
like,
a steak and a
a
water,
little
dude.
vial of like ice cold holy water.
I don't think it's ice cold.
You know how like when you go for the Eucharist and you get the wine,
Yeah.
you can like either drink the wine, but you can make the priest give you the wine. Like old ladies will do it. They'll be
Oh.
like,
I've seen that like the Ren Fair
But
things.
I'm thinking now.
We saw that at the last wedding.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier if the when you did it, the priest had to like baby bird it into your mouth, like, spit it in your face. You know.
The doll showed a hatred for clergymen who came to the house.
Same.
How many clergymen are coming to your house, brother?
Well, they got to
least-
vet them for like sending them out to freelance.
There's like some kind of
exercise-
some clergy exorcism judge program where they have to pay $500 and come to the Warren's house, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you don't have it. You got to take our exorcism class, Demonology 101. That's about $300."
Imagine taking an exorcism class, like you have to practice, but the guy opposite you has to act like he's being exorcised.
Well, that was one of my gen eds. I had to take that. And I heard that the holy water stinks. Is that true? It stinks?
Nope.
Okay.
Just you.
Right. Just want to confirm.
It is regular water.
Okay, cool.
In one instance, Father Jason Bradford, a Catholic exorcist,
came to the house.
told by that
Upon
name.
seeing the doll seated in the chair, he picked it up and said, "You're just a rag doll, Annabelle. You can't hurt anyone." And tossed the doll back in the chair, at which point Ed exclaimed, "That's one thing you better not say." And I think they changed that. I think he said, "You're gonna fucking regret
Yeah,
that."
he was definitely, hey, don't fucking do
regret
that,
that,
man. You're gonna die a dead death.
Upon leaving an hour later, Lorraine pleaded to the priest to please be careful driving and to call her when he arrived home.
This is so craven.
A few hours later,
This is so disgusting.
Father Jason called Lorraine and explained that his brakes had failed as he entered a busy intersection. He was involved in a near-fatal accident, destroying his vehicle.
I guess at least he's alive, because that was very close to being one of the most craven things I've ever heard in my entire life.
This was just one of many such events that occurred over the next few years.
Yeah, did his life just suck forever?
I mean,
I feel you.
the accident was Annabelle's attempt on his life.
Yeah.
She
So
failed.
does
Probably
she
kept
have
going.
She gets one.
Does she have to like leave and come back to terrorize him?
You got the,
I
She gets
also
a,
was wondering
She gets a
that.
split off terror demon sub like
yeah, she can
familiar.
just port him off.
So
Well, the
she's 100 people
spirit-
she's terrorizing.
The spirit isn't possessing her; they're manipulating
No, I
her.
know.
So I'm guessing the spirit can.
Probably like,
Yeah, but it
Probably
has
could find its
Yeah.
way
but
home.
It has so like Annabelle can Annabelle haunt while the spirit is off cutting his brakes?
yeah, it's kind of like, you know that like, you know that like Chef Boyardee episode where it like jumps off the shelf and like follows him?
Yeah.
It comes off of Annabelle
my God,
and
that's a
will
deep
follow
Like,
him.
then so like like if Father Bradford's being haunted, they can't have like she can't sit in his chair because she's haunting Bradford. Or
I think-
or can
think
she
she can
send a
bud.
remote piece of her spirit?
I was gonna
like,
say,
like a long distance stand.
I think
Yeah, it's
Annabelle's
just-
going
exactly.
to like lop off her hand and
Annabelle
throw it
can't.
at.
That has
Annabelle
to
can't
be it.
really control it, but she's like, you have to terrorize Bradford.
Yeah.
And, like it could just
Yeah.
do that.
That's
by
what I'm
itself.
thinking,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty busted stand.
That's scary. Yeah.
Very busted
Yeah.
stand.
There's 700 Annabelle demons terrorizing
Yeah.
people throughout the entire.
And they never have to come back. Like,
Yeah.
it's just long distance.
The Warrens had a special case built for Annabelle inside the occult museum where she resides to this day. Since the case was built, Annabelle no longer appeared to move, but she is thought to be responsible for the death of a young man who came to the museum on a motorcycle with his girlfriend.
She could close. First of all, Craven again. She could close doors and shit, but she can't open a fucking little fake case.
Maybe she just feels
blessed.
safe.
It's blessed.
She probably feels safe there too. It's
She could.
Yeah.
Everything
was
she wanna
throwing
do.
hol-
It looks
hold on.
It looks cozy.
The first interaction he had was chucking holy water at her, and now the blessing just seals her away permanently.
Well, I mean, look how comfortable that case looks.
And originally she sat in a lazy boy, and then she sat up on the bed. I think this ghost is just trying
Again,
to chill.
Annabelle-
just trying to vibe.
Again,
Yeah.
Annabelle is like a cat because she likes boxes, just like a cat.
The
Call
problem
me
with
a cat,
Bradford
then.
actually wasn't that he was mean; it was that he took her last Bud Light.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly.
The young man, after hearing Ed's account of the doll, defiantly went up and began to bang on the case, insisting that if the doll can put scratches on people, then he wanted to also be scratched. Ed said to the young man, "Son, you need to leave," and put him out of the building. AKA, he said, "You're gonna fucking regret
I know Ed's sitting there. Yeah, they are definitely toning him down and censoring him. Ed,
I feel like he was like, "Hey, buddy, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck-"
He's yelling slurs at this guy.
Yeah.
Lorraine's putting gas in his fucking oil tank.
spilling a Bud Light.
Sugar in his fucking motorcycle's gas tank.
banana in the
Yeah.
tailpipe.
She's cutting up brake lines in his motorcycle.
On the way home, the young man and his girlfriend were laughing and making fun of the doll when he lost control of his motorcycle and went head on into a tree. The young man was killed instantly, but his girlfriend survived and was hospitalized for over a year. When asked what happened, the young woman explained that they were laughing about the doll when they lost control of the motorcycle. Ed warns you, do not challenge evil, that no man is more powerful than Satan.
That's like straight up disgusting. Also,
Trev, we have a long ride home.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can do part 2, just me and you, if you want as well.
We could,
It's too late.
Yeah. Also, that is the grossest
If our
thing you've
brake
ever read.
lines are going to be cut on the way back.
That is true.
Oh, that's
No,
what
that
you're
is true.
saying.
I was like, what is she hinting?
I
to?
was
I
feeling
thought
bad
that-
that the
That
episode
you're
was
saying,
going so
no,
was like,
no,
yeah,
that
I'm
all
fine.
of these vehicles are being cursed as soon as
Sorry.
they leave the scene after making fun.
You have to be in Annabelle's presence to get
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
hold on. Let me get rid of the picture. Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
She got bigger.
Well, I gotta go bang up on the box and go. You're not gonna fucking do anything. I bet you're a
stupid
dumb
pussy.
idiot. Yeah.
You couldn't kill me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on my
Do you
motorcycle and drive into a tree and you wouldn't even do it.
Maybe his girlfriend said a joke so funny
Yeah.
that her boyfriend died.
I think his girlfriend,
He just
I think his
crashed.
girlfriend. I think his girlfriend was jacking him off.
Yeah.
She was like, we were laughing about the doll.
Yeah, we're laughing at the doll, whatever.
Also,
why are your hands stuck like this? I don't know. It was like a doll thing.
Also, take solace that if anything bad happens on the road tonight, guys, me and Trev will horrifically exploit your injuries
true.
on our
This
podcast.
is true. This is actually worse.
Thanks, Trev.
I brought up pictures of kittens for our binkas on the podcast.
I'm gonna flip the car.
It's really bothering
I
me
like
that
that
they
one.
washed the blood off the back of her hands. Like that's such easy proof.
Yeah.
But also, even if it wasn't there, put it back on. You know,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Just cut anybody.
just to like really sell the story.
that kitten's going. That's awesome.
Last little fun fact before we wrap up this part of the episode. They did put a little bracelet on Annabelle.
Live strong.
Like a ankle monitor.
It was just like a little silver bracelet to further show the story that like dangie like treated her like a loved child for a little bit.
Oh, I thought
and
it was
they,
like
gave her
a-
a little bracelet.
I thought it was like Gen Z charm bracelet, corporate
That's
culture.
kinda like
girlies.
a
Yeah, like a little
bracelet.
Pandora.
Yeah.
You bring other charms
so,
in.
She has a $2,600 charm on her fucking wrist for some reason.
so that brings us to the end of part 1.
Wow.
We have another
Hey, we're only
part.
gonna be here till
to do.
11:15.
That was quick.
You didn't even talk about what she did this year.
I know.
Well,
that's
we had
part two.
to get an
That's part
origin
two.
Yeah,
down.
we had to get
We had
like
to get
Just the
origin.
we had
history.
to get the incredibly fake start out of the way before we get into the fiction she's doing now.
This brings us up to today,
Yeah.
basically.
So,
So our kill count is one priest right now. That's
No.
our kill count.
No, it's the
one
motor,
guy.
the
Almost a
motorcycle
priest.
guy.
One motorcycle.
Was the motorcycle not the priest?
motorcycle guy.
No, the
Wasn't there
priest-
someone before the
I
motorcycle
thought
He
he
was
was
guy?
in the car, but he got his brakes cut, but he just like was a near fatal.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
sounds like also might have killed somebody else. So she might have some
Yeah.
random person from town.
Oh no.
But yeah, so right now it's just the motorcycle guy who's being
Okay,
killed.
cool.
Yeah.
Lou got scratched and they went away immediately, which is scary.
Yeah. And Lou just continued. They just all live together now.
I guess they're in the throuple still.
All right.
No, I think Donna figured it out at some point.
Oh no.
Well, maybe she got really quiet because I mean, like rent was kind of high. Actually, it wasn't. It was the 70s. It was like a nickel.
She was like, rent's so high, it's $115
Yeah.
a month
We're
for
nurses.
a 4-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
How are we gonna make this?
1 hour away from New York.
Well, that wraps up this part of the episode, but I'm gonna just to skip the outro stuff. I'm just gonna pass that over to future Trev.
And that would be me. Thank you for listening to this episode of Ghost Binkers. I know we're leaving you on a little cliffhanger. So at the end of all of this, I have a couple of sneak preview clips. None of them are related to each other, but you get a little idea of what kind of nonsense we get up to next episode. In the meantime, TikTok and Instagram at Ghost Binkers. Send us an email. You can request a story, argue with us, be nice to us, be mean to us, share your own personal story, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It's gotta be 5 stars, that's mandatory, and tell a couple of friends about the show. You can listen to old episodes with them, talk about it. By the time you're done doing all that, the next episode will probably be out, or very close to it. Or if you're looking for a little bit more of a shortcut, you can just go to ghostbinkers.com, and there's buttons for all of those. Any relevant links will be in the spooky specimens section of the episode description, and on that note, I'll leave you with this little preview outro, and we'll catch you next week.
In her head, she thought about how hideous Annabelle looked
She
inside
can
her
hear
box.
your thoughts.
I wonder if it's worse
you're
that
close
she
enough.
wrote it down on the internet.
That plot point is going to come back to screw me over later.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
This is the highest ratio of feeling bad to this person and knowing it has nothing to do with ghosts at all.
One night, he got off the bed and shat on the carpet.
If I meet Tony, if I see Tony, I want Marisa to know that I'm getting back.
It's
for
on
you.
site.
Yeah.
It is on
Tony's
site.
Tony's about to learn.